Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this hat. I haven't named it yet, and it's pretty easy. You're going to need a J hook and an H hook. You'll need, well, I use these two tapestry needles and a scissors, and then I'm going to be using this Yarn Bee Studio 72 in the color clay. It is a worsted yarn, and I absolutely love this yarn. Okay, let's get started. We're going to start off with a slip stitch. And you want to have enough yarn to weave in later. You're going to start off with the H hook. I'm going to do 15 chains. Now at any time, if I'm going too fast, just pause the video and just catch up to where I'm at. Okay, now I'm going to switch to my J. So I went from my H to my J. And we're going to do 20 chains. There's 20. Then you're going to switch again. You're switching back to your H, and you're going to do 5. So that's your chain. You should have 40 chain stitches. Now for row 1, gotta get a little bit of yarn. For row 1, you're going to start in the second chain from your hook. So there's 1, 2. So you're going to start in there, and you're going to perform a slip stitch. So there's the first one. You're going to perform 3 more of these. So you should have a total of 4 slip stitches. Now pull up a little bit because you need to be able to insert your J hook. So now you're changing to your J hook. You're going to yarn over. This is a herringbone. If you've never done it, I'm going to show you how to do it right now. Yarn over and insert your hook. Yarn over, pull up a loop. Now take this loop and go under the middle. So you have 1, 2, 3 loops. You're going to go under this middle loop. There you go. Now you're going to yarn over and pull through those 2. That's a herringbone. That's how easy it is. So yarn over. Oh, I almost did what I wasn't going to do. So let's do this again. So yarn over, put it through, yarn over, pull up a loop. You should have 3 loops. Take the first loop, go underneath the second loop. There you go. There's 2 loops. Yarn over and pull through the 2. So you're going to do this all the way down until you hit 20. So I've reached 20 herringbone. Switching to my H. Now we're going to do single crochet, and you will have 15 of these. Once you're to the end, you're going to chain 1 and turn, and then you're going to work back up. This is a little bit different than what you just did for the simple fact that now you're going to be working in back loops for your single crochet. So you're going to work in only these back loops. So you're going to do 15 in just the back loop, 15 single crochet in just the back loops. Now I'm going to switch and do herringbone. With herringbone, you're just going to go under the top 2 loops and perform as usual. Okay, almost to the end, and you can kind of see where there's only 1 left, and then you're going to go into your slip stitches. So we'll do that last one for this row, and then we're going to switch back to our H hook. Now with these, you can see if you turn this way that these were your stitches from the previous row. So you're just going to turn it this way, and you're going to go into each one. Let's see if I can just point them out. You're going to go into each one of these little ones. So you're just going to go into those loops. It's easier just showing. So that loop, 1, then the next loop, 2, the next loop, 3, and then the last one, 4. And you're going to chain 1 and turn. And now these stitches obviously are on the other side. And then you're going to go into these 4 loops right here. So call them the top loops or the front loops. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now you're going to continue. You're going to continue to work rows 2 and 3 until you're finished. Okay. Now we're going to switch back and we're going to work in the back rows. So you're always going to work in the back rows when you're doing your single crochet, and it will create this nice little ribbing. Makes it so it's nice and stretchy. Okay, so that was row 3. And I promise you it does start laying out nice. I'll show you what my hat looks like when you have all the rows on it. Okay, so for your next row, so all your even rows you will follow row 2, and all your odd rows you will follow row 3. Those instructions. Okay, so when you come to the end of row 59, you're not going to chain 1. You're just going to take your yarn and you're going to measure. You're going to take your yarn. You're going to go 1, 2, and 3, and then I just leave on. I added a little bit extra, whatever. And then cut the yarn, and you're going to pull it all the way through. And then you're going to weave in. So I'm using this handy little hook, or handy little tapestry needle. I really like it for weaving these edges together. So what I like to do, let me make sure that I'm getting this in the camera. I'll show you how I do it, and you don't have to do it the same way I do it, but this is me. So I like to go down to the little corner here. You want to make sure you get the corner. You're going to go on this side. This is your chain side. You're going to go underneath. So you're going to go underneath. Hold on one second. Okay. So you're going to go underneath this little loop here, and then over that loop, and then you're going to pull through. And this will help connect your stuff. Just make sure that that is down there, and don't do anything with this one until the end, and I'll show you what I do with that. And then you're going to do this. You're going to go over, or excuse me, you're going to go in to this one, and then you go up. So you kind of have like a little X. So on this side, you'll do like little X's. On this side, you're going to go in from underneath. So you're always going from underneath this way, and then you go into that one. And then for this one, on this side, and you want to go into the one that you ended with, because you want to create some nice, you want your weaving to be nice and tight. So you just keep on doing that. You're going to keep on going back and forth, and then you can gently pull to get your the stitching tight. So when you get to the end, just make sure you pull a little bit to tighten that up, and then you're going to take your needle and put it through the right side and then put it through the left side, right there. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to take your hook, or your needle, excuse me, and you're going to go in, you're going to weave in every, let me see if you can see this. Let's see. So you're going to go in here, and then you're 1, 2. So go over 2, and now go this way. 1, 2. You use these little tiny bumps. 1, so here we're at there. So 1, 2. Just want to bring it all the way back around. Okay, and then you'll just go into one of the closest spots. It doesn't really matter where you go in. Now you're going to tighten it. And at this point, I like to bring my hook, or excuse me, my needle, put it that way. And then we're going to turn, we're just going to turn this way to make it a little easier. Now, because I want it to stay nice and tight, I go through the inside like this. I just go around this way. Okay, and so that doesn't loosen up. See, I got a little tiny spot for, I don't know if you can see that, little tiny spot for the elastic of the pom-pom to go through. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to knot this area so that this doesn't slip out on me. Okay, now I'm going to attach the pom-pom. So you're just going to run the pom-pom through that little hole. And if you have to, grab your hook and pull it through like that. And then what I did is, on my other hats, and it seemed to work really well, is I pull it as hard as I can, and then I try to go through with the sharp tapestry needle, try to go through the elastic. And then you want to go into some of the yarn. And I'll do this side a couple times. Go through this side a couple times doing that, just to make sure that it's secure. and then I'll do the other side of the elastic. Once you have it in place, then you're just going to knot this. Get one good knot in there, and then you're going to weave it in. We got one last thing to do. See, Pom-Pom is nice and secure. One last thing to do. Now, you have this tail. You have to remember, this is going to be your right side, so you're going to work in this way, on this side. So, oh shoot. So what I like to do is I like to take these two sections and I like to insert my hook, insert my needle into that little area. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then insert over here. Just creating so it's a flush edge. And then I'm going to go through fibers. I'm going to weave this tail in. I go through more, go back here. Push through there. You want to hang on tight so that you're not like breaking it loose. You can do it one more time if you want. I know that this tail is not, this is not going anywhere. So I'm going to cut it off. There you go. It's hardly even visible. But it doesn't matter because it's on the other side and it's where you don't need it. And there it is.